if that's the only place we can put it, that's, I think, you know, if it's only along the path there, I think facing the garden makes the most
Yeah,
sense.
that's the
because
only
you can
spot
sit
that
and watch.
we, you know, we were
Right.
given permission to put it.
Yeah.
Right, so that way, if you're facing that garden, you have something lovely to look at.
Right.
I will say it is in the sun there. That's why originally I had suggested putting it over in the shady area, so.
The other thing that was mentioned, and I don't know if we have any, we can get them, whatever we need to make it match down there nice, but the same idea that was done at the dog park with the papers underneath it is for maintenance area, and it looks very nice.
That's what we wanted, that's what I wanted to
So
do.
it lessens up from
Yeah.
what has to be maintained.
Yep, that's the
Aesthetically,
plan.
it looks pretty nice that
Yeah.
way, so.
Yeah, no, I think that's the way to go.
Okay.
And it's a lot easier for the borough when they go in
Yes.
and mow, than
Absolutely.
like going under the bench.
I would think, though, if we put it out there, when I go around town, I have to say, I see a number of people with small stacks of papers in their yard.
Yes.
You know, and I just want to put out there, maybe it might be worth it to see if people are, if we come up with a size, you know, how high they are, and a maker, and see if anyone has any leftovers, and see if we can get some of it supplied that way. So, just
Okay.
putting that out there.
Very nice.
But this is what I'm looking towards getting for the library. And I'll talk to Mr. Suby and Mr. Seward and follow through with everyone there, obviously. But that's what I'm looking to get, and see if we can get some grant money to pay for that.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bless you. All right?
All right, yeah, I think these are some real neat ideas you've come up with, and actually,
Yeah.
all of you did. This was the end of the season thing that was being thrown out there, so we're just bringing that all
I
back
think it's
up
gonna
to
be a
see.
great planning season. I really do.
It's enough to keep us busy, that's for sure. And the idea is the same it was last year. We're gonna put it out there, and then we're gonna done as much as we can. It doesn't make an exact science, because Mother Nature doesn't work that way. So we're gonna do everything we can to get as far as we can. The basin
So-
will take a little bit to get all the proper information and what we need to do
But we have a
properly, and
clear
then
goal
we'll
to
follow.
finish Robert Morris Square
Yes.
this year,
Right.
and then it's a maintenance.
Yeah, because that's almost done, that's almost there.
Yeah.
And
Love
in the
it.
meantime, gather the information that we need.
There's only
who
the
needs
last
to
two
be
things that
involved.
need to be done at Robert Morris Plaza. Those last two things are done, then it's just regular maintenance on it.
Yeah, we'll see which one
Love
the plants
So-
come on. Most of them did very well.
Yeah, and I'd like to add some other plants in there as we go, to finish the plan, the original plan that we had.
Yeah, we just held off on that because we
Right.
knew the tree would disturb that stuff. So
Right.
there is a space that was left in the original plans
Yep.
for some other lower plants that would look really nice, that actually will come up in those rows of color. But we put a stop on that without getting the tree actually put in. It's just gonna disturb all that other stuff, so it needs to be.
That's why the pavers weren't put in
Right.
last year.
Yeah,
Right.
but what did come up, I gotta say, we got a lot of compliments on, people loved it, it looked very nice.
Yeah.
It was easy to maintain because it stayed very low, you know, so,
And it looked nice because of the tiering.
yeah.
It
Yeah.
really did.
Yeah, the other thing I
And
noticed
the rose
was, we'll see,
bushes were
was,
just, they were,
it was extremely
all over.
hot, so there were a couple of the plants, I'm not sure, we'll see if they come back. There were very few, most of them took, and we'll see, whatever is missing, it was very expensive to just pop a couple more in to fill it in.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so next month's meeting, we have a meeting every month, just so everyone's aware, except for November and December. 'Cause that's usually when we're just doing the plaza and doing the decorations. There's no real anything going on.
Yeah, we're
So,
gonna have to set a date when we're gonna do the actual start of the cleanup part. In the meantime,
Yeah.
save your newspapers, and when we.
Yeah, so next month's meeting, I'd actually like to touch more on the retention basin.
Cool.
So if anyone has any ideas
6-9.
as to
I looked on
what we
there.
can put in there, or anyone know someone that could design what it could look like.
I have to get some
So
good
that
measurements
you can
of it,
bring
right?
that.
That's what I need.
And remember,
So you get
it's
some
and
good
not gonna be
measurements
huge.
first.
It's
Not gonna
1,500
be-
square foot, it's about 100 feet by 150 feet.
I looked on there.
Yeah, we're not
But that's
doing that.
50,000, I mean, I'm sorry.
That's why I wanted to.
And I'm just gonna throw out there,
And this goes with the curve at the tops of the windows.
as we're moving along and more people seem to be liking this and get involved in this, Annie's mentioned it, I mentioned it, it would be real nice at some point, doesn't have to be today, maybe some in the future, we're gonna get enough people involved that we can start our own garden group. Our own actual official garden group, like Bristol has or Mayfield has. And a a lot of your smaller municipalities, even your ones up county, have groups like that, and they eventually do become a 501c,
Right.
for the reason being that you can then go
It
after
does.
those monies through
Yeah.
Lowe's, through Home Depot. They are more than willing to give you money, you have to have that status. Bristol, I spoke with them, you spoke with them, they'd be more than happy to sit down with any of our group that would want to form that, to give you how you would do it, what's involved. So at any point, if anybody wants to start doing that, give a heads up and say, hey, listen, why don't you think about it? It's just throwing it out there.
Put the bug in your ear.
Okay,
In their ear.
because it's, I'm on a learning curve, and I've learned a lot just being with Annie and some of the other people, because, believe me, my stuff was plastic before this, so. I'm getting a lot better, it looks pretty good, but it's a learning experience for everybody as well, so it's been fun.
So, we're gonna adjourn the meeting at 7:52, and we'll see everybody next month.
Yes, ma'am.
You did the outreach.
Yes, I did, I'm sorry, I haven't had a chance to do so.
No, I just
Oh,
wanted to
no, I'll be there, I remember you saying the date.